Tomorrow night, members will celebrate the milestone, no doubt, in lederhosens and with a little bit of papa music. Greg might be there. A big weekend of local rugby league ahead.
How good's a schnitzel? Love it. Big weekend of footy. There could be a few of those at the footy this weekend. Danielle, fly through the weather so we can get to Canberra Stadium on time, please.
That's right, I will, Greg. The weekend weather forecast is next.
State of Origin tonight, 7:30 p.m. You all knew that. Danielle, who's going to win?
New South Wales. Come on.
You know it. Fingers crossed for Josh Deacon.
That's right, that's
Thousands
right.
of
First
tries.
try score on my bet anyway.
All right.
Let's get our sports next. And Greg?
Plenty happening, Danielle. Thank you and good evening.
The Knights went down to the Ice Dogs earlier in the season, 9-1. Ouch. But our local side will have the hometown advantage on Saturday. All the action gets underway from 5:30 p.m. at the Ice Skating Centre. Danielle, get down to the ice hockey. It is absolutely brilliant.
The Sydney Ice Dogs, they sound a bit nasty.
How's that for a name? What about a hot dog? Why an ice dog?
You get plenty of practice at a world-class venue. Certainly an action-packed sport, that one. Good luck to the boys. They do a lot of travel, don't they? Switzerland, Canada. How good's mountain biking?
Half their luck.
I know.
Thank you, Greg. With a costume and footwork like this, Tina is sure to win over the judges. And what a performance it was. And we can expect some big performances out of Monica, can't we?
We certainly can later on in the year. How good's Tina Turner, just quietly? The Eddie's old boy also had time to sign some autographs and teach kids the basics of rugby. It's all part of the Wallabies Towns initiative as the countdown gets underway to this year's World Cup across the Tasman. Great to go down to Eddie's this afternoon, Danielle. He signed over 250 autographs.
The kids would have been wrapped.
And he had a sore wrist as well.
Thank you very much.
News. Raiders fullback Josh Dugan is fighting fit to play against the Sydney Roosters.
That's right, Danielle. This Monday night, the Origin rep says he doesn't want to line up unless he is 100% fit. And that is all in sport. Now it's your turn, Danielle.
Thank you very much, Greg.
And that wraps up a big day of sport on a ridiculously chilly Tuesday, Danielle. What is going on outside?
I know.
Not good, is it?
The heavens have opened. Thank you very much, Greg. We now go to ComSec's Tom Petrovsky for a look at finance.
Workplaces can take part in Stress Down Day on July 22. Elise Pianagonda, Win News.
And a very stress-free Greg joins us now with sport, but it might not be so stress-free later for the Origin.
That's exactly right, Danielle. Feeling good now, but halfway through the game, who knows what could happen. It's going to come down to one form of... That wraps up sport. Danielle, quickly, who's going to win?
New South Wales, wearing blue.
All right.
Thanks very much.
I'll see you next week too, by the way. That is a very good effort by Paul. 200 games, if you don't mind. Been playing for 11 seasons, 31 years of age, and I reckon he might be able to get to 300.
Oh, my goodness.
It's a long way.
It sure is. Good luck to him.
Good to be back too, by the way.
It is. Thanks for joining us, Greg.
People like their chocolate in milk, on top of waffles, in sundaes, and even with fruit. But as for me, well, I like it all. Can I get this all to take away, please? Lisa Mosley, Win News.
I've had my 4 or 5 portions just today. Greg with sport.
Out of the 5 lures trolled, the best by far was a deep diver fished just 10 metres behind the back of the boat. The best colour was purple. Try and figure that out. See you Saturday at 4:30 p.m. Rob Paxavanis, Win News.
Good on you, Rob. Fish for dinner, chocolate for dessert. Danielle, that wraps up sport.
Thank you very much.
The curtain raiser for yesterday's clash saw politicians, CEOs and print, radio and television reporters square off. Plenty of bodies out of shape, hangovers, poor skills, inaccurate shooting, but a lot of laughs was the order of the day. Sports Ministers Andrew Barr's side, the Barbarians, once again keeping their undefeated record intact. Goals were hard to come by for the local media as the Barbarians made it look simple, giving the crowd plenty of laughs.
You guys can talk a lot, you ride a lot, but when it comes to playing on the court, you got nothing.
We're probably just a bunch of people who couldn't make it as sports stars and decided to write and talk about it, so that's the problem, I think.
Money raised at the AIS over the weekend went to Bosom Buddies Breast Cancer Organisation.
What a fun weekend of sport.
I know, and aren't you eating your words today? I thought you were going to win against the Barbarians.
We did talk a lot, but very well done, Minister Barr.
And the final score?
21-11, and I got none of it.
Anyway, finance next. Now, here's ComSec's Tom Petrovsky.
Anyone can play. It's easy, right?
So I'm all padded up. I've got my stick,
got my chair. I've been given tips from the experts. Let's see how I'd go as an office chair hockey player. Not bad. I could be the captain of the Win News team next year.
The World Championships will be held in the US. Luke Tuffasey, Win News.
And maybe he can take on the Barbarians. Greg with Sport Next. Greg joins us now, but before we go to sport, we need to say a special thank you to Red Hill and Forest Primary School.
That's exactly right, Danielle. For Literacy and Numeracy Week, they welcomed us into their classrooms. The Red Hill kindergarten students were very well behaved as we read through one of their favourite books. They also showed me how they're learning about sentences sitting behind a desk I'm not quite used to anymore.
And at Forest Primary, Year 2 is learning about what our book illustrated so perfectly. The students have even been writing some of their own stories.
Turtle and the Tyrant Tricksters, and I chose Turtle to be the bad guy.
Well, my book is about Gopher Tortoise and the Pond Friends.
Some future newsreaders there, Greg.
Absolutely, Danielle. News division, while 64-year-old Harry, who Win News caught up with last week, came first. Reed will now head to Brisbane this weekend for another competition. Now, I can kick a footy, but that I cannot do.
I know. You won't get me near a gym. Thanks very much, Greg. We go now to finance, and here's Comsec's Tom Petrovski. Greg with Sport Next, and some call him the king of Australian football, but he won't be lining up for the Socceroos in Canberra.
And it's not cool. Cool. Danielle, Harry won't be coming to the nation's capital next month. That's coming up.
Greg with Sport Next, and I'm ready for it. You're going to tell me I told you so.
How good were those Sea Eagles? Brilliant. What a grand final it was. Very nice result. Winners are grinners. Do you think Michael Clark's a good captain?
Michael Clark's doing well. He's doing a bit better than Ricky Ponting was. And now Ricky Ponting stopped being captain. He's starting to score some runs.
And what do you think about Shane Warne marrying Liz Hurley?
Can you ask that question again, please?
Brilliant. Tristan, star of the future, and he knew everything about cricket, but not much about the latest gossip.
That's all right. I don't blame him.
Indeed. Thanks, Dan. And it's sure going to be a very good campaign there in Brisbane.
And Greg, what's French for winner?
Dunedin.
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 Who took out the Melbourne Cup today, and of course we'll have that story coming up after the break.
So the people who are at Thoroughbred Park today will have to wait a little bit longer to see themselves.
That's exactly right. Looking right ahead now to the 5-day forecast, 21 degrees on Thursday, mostly sunny through till Saturday with a top of 29 degrees, heading back into the 30s to Sunday.
Very nicely handled, Danielle. Some very nice weather coming up. Well, the Melbourne Cup may have received all the attention today, but there was some quality racing at Thoroughbred Park. Locals cheering on the 7-race card, and watch the race that stops the nation on the big screen.
But not everyone can get up.
I've had a few bets, and unfortunately I have not had much luck today, particularly on the Melbourne Cup, but can't win them all.
You can't, and lucky we got that one in, and lucky it wasn't scratched.
Well, there you have it, some good fishing to be had, and it won't be long before I'm out there myself. In the meantime, I've got this little catch. It's just under 7 pounds in the old scale. She's not a whopper, but certainly a beauty. Rob Paxavanis, Win News.
What a beautiful family. Congratulations, Rob. Thanks, Danielle.
Won't be long before she's fishing either.
Oh, before you know it, she'll be out there.
The event will be held on December 2 and 3, raising money for Technical Aid to the Disabled, a charity that creates customised equipment for children. And I will definitely be there, Greg. Not wearing heels, though. Greg with Sport Next.
Danielle, that is me done for 2011. Merry Christmas, everyone. And don't have too much fun without me next week.
No, we won't. We'll miss you, but we'll see you next.
Thank you so much. See you next year.